Greetings, my beloved Black people. Welcome back to the plight and struggle of Black people in America. As you know, we always have special guests when we have a guest. And today, like most days, this is a special guest and quite a different guest than we've ever had. And I'm really excited about it and I'm looking forward to it. So let's just go ahead and do it. Okay, where we at, bro? There you go. How you feeling, Jared?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm great, man. And we talked just before I came, and I'm like, it's great to meet you. I've had shows where I met a guy today, and then had him on the show tomorrow. This is the first time that I had a person on the show that I met him that same very day. And I appreciate you willing to come and share your story with us because I know it's quite a story and people would be curious about so many things. Just like me, like I had mentioned to you, I know you went to the University of Houston. I'm not sure how long, and you probably could tell me. Then you went to University of Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Then I heard from your mom that this team, pulled you in for a minute, right? That Philadelphia thing. That's my hometown. I was born and raised in Philly before I came to Dallas.
Oh, really?
I came to Dallas at 20 in 1980. I'm 63 now as of February 13th.
So you an Eagles fan or are you a Cowboys fan?
Actually, to get deep with it, I don't do the word fan on superficial things. You feel me?
Okay.
If I talk about the word fan, because I know the root of words of fan, that's linked to fanatic. If I'm going to be a fan, it's going to be a fan of Black people that love Black people. That's me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but on that other tip, I got two teams, Philadelphia and Dallas. You can look at one of my podcasts. I got on a Dallas 88 jersey and a Philadelphia cap. I was in Philly in July last year, and I wore that there too one day.
Ooh, gotta be careful wearing that.
Well, I tell you what I didn't do. I didn't go to South Philly in it.
Okay.
That's a different world. You probably know since you've been in Philly, right?
Yes,
As a matter of fact, I had a friend come here in Dallas this year because what happens is they go to a Super Bowl city every year. I'm sorry, to a city for the Super Bowl, not the city that has the Super Bowl, because they don't want to be there, but they want to be places. And one of the dudes from New York, they both from New York, but one of them loved Philly, one of them loved Dallas, and they was walking in South Philly, and those Italians harassed that brother that had that Dallas jersey on. They wasn't playing either.
I bet. I know they wasn't.
Yeah. But whereas in Dallas, you can wear anybody's jersey normally and don't have that type of problem. So it's just interesting how people get labeled and then they have a stereotypical reputation about them that they didn't even create necessarily. Right? Because how they pretty much have been showing Blacks to be so violent, this, that, and the other, but look at them Italians track record, they that sweet. You feel me?
No. Not at all.
Yeah. But anyway, Jared, how did that college thing work? How long were you at Houston? What happened? You got the opportunity to go to Miami. How does that even work?
So when I was at Houston, I got there in 2015. My last year, my supposed to be last year there, I ended up getting hurt the first game against Oklahoma.
Okay.
And then I played like 3 more games. I thought my season was over, but then we have a compliance that knows all the rules inside and out, and they helped me get an extra year.
Okay.
So by that time, it was like around COVID, and I had decided to get into the portal. So how that works is like at that time was if you're a graduate, you get in no penalty, nothing, because if you're younger than like if you haven't graduated yet, you have the 7 year wherever you go. So then in 2020 they enlisted a rule where anybody has a one-time transfer option with no penalty, and that's still like ongoing unless like you're a graduate like I was.
Okay.
So, but yeah, once I transferred, I was in the portal. It was different because typically whenever you're in the portal, colleges call you and you go look at the campus and everything like that. But me, I had to do everything via Zoom. So it was just a different experience for me because I was already under recruited. come out of
right.
high school, and then turn around and I still can't go visit school. I just got to do it on Zoom. Was crazy, but it worked out the best.
Hmm. Right.
I love Miami, still do.
Okay.
Um, I just need to go visit again. But yes, it was amazing. It was a good experience, and then I stayed there for 2 years.
Okay.
So because they gave us a COVID year, so
Hmm.
because they were like basically debating on playing football, but at the same time, I already knew Texas and Florida were going to play football regardless. So that
Right.
kind of like
Right.
influenced my decision as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they gave everybody a COVID year the option to come back no matter what year you were. So yeah, that kind of you know changed up everything for the following draft. But yeah, that's what I
Right.
decided to do.
Right. That worked out pretty good. So,
Mhm.
like, as far as you ending up in Philadelphia, how does that work? Is there a go between on the phone call? Do they call you direct? How does that work?
So whenever the draft came, I went like undrafted free agent. So I had a few places I could have went,
Hmm.
but it's basically like my agent called me and we talked and like we talked about like, who had the most interest in me. And
Hmm.
I knew, the O-line coach there was, could develop me, I mean anywhere can develop you. But
Right. Right.
we like Philadelphia a lot. So we went with Philadelphia. Um and then that was like the day after the draft, and then whenever that after that happens, you agree to terms, and then you're whatever they want you to do, like you're there or not there, but you're like doing Zoom calls, learning plays, learning the offense. You and whoever either got drafted or went undrafted free agency, y'all are on a Zoom call, learning it until y'all got like OTAs and rookie mini camp. And
Hmm.
rookie mini camp changes depending on the organization. Some are like 2 days, 4 days. Just depends on where you go, and they all have
Okay.
stuff. But yeah, it's just like a learning experience for all rookies.
All right. So, how did it happen that you end up in Baltimore?
For
I'm
both?
sorry, I said something to your mom one day on the Facebook or something. She
Oh
said you with the Ravens now. I was
no,
like,
no, I was with Detroit.
oh, yeah,
So
I'm sorry, you're right. No, it was Detroit. No, she didn't
oh
say
yeah,
Ravens. She said Detroit. Yeah. So how did that work to go from Philly to Detroit?
so whenever we played, when we the week we played the Cowboys, for the first time, I had got hurt at practice.
Okay. Mhm.
Yeah, it was my I got just hit wrong in the knee. I'm fine. No surgery needed. I just had to have a few weeks out.
Okay.
And NFL, it's like you only have like X amount of people. Like we're very limited on who we have. So during my like 5 week recovery, they brought somebody in for my position just to, help out.
Mhm.
And once I was fully recovered, we had a lot of guys on IR. It was just, they told me they had to let me go. So
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, so got let go. And then a few days later, I got a call from Detroit, and they brought me up to finish the season. But also on my way out from Philadelphia, they told me like, they like me. It's just because of injury. That's the issue, and like the list, and it's like long. So I'm like, okay, like, I appreciate y'all being upfront and real with me. So they're like, yeah, we
Right.
want to bring you back. So I'm like, oh, that's great. So that may be like a few days after this season for Detroit because we're waiting to see if we go to playoffs.
Mhm.
They call, they send me the contract and everything. So I'm back with Philadelphia currently.
Okay. Well, that's what's up.
Hmm.
Oh, that's a great story too.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So
So,
I really like that. So I'm glad to see you back with my hometown. But
yeah.
I love Dallas too, though. Don't get me wrong. So you
Hmm.
were born and raised in Dallas?
Yes, sir. Hmm.
Okay. And what's your position?
Offensive tackle.
Okay, offensive tackle. That's
Hmm.
pretty cool because I didn't really start watching football till I came to Dallas at
No.
20. Yeah, at 20, because coming from North Philly, man, I live like a different life, and I'm kind of a different guy too, a
Mm-hmm.
person. Because I don't know many other people that at 14 stopped watching TV for 4 years. From 14 to 18, I didn't watch 1 minute of television. And
No.
what the deal was, I told myself at 14, I said, well, if I don't have nothing better to do than watch TV, I must don't have nothing to do. And
Mm.
I stopped 4 years. And I think I did myself a great service because I know
Yeah.
about subliminal seduction that they use in this TV thing and media and everything else. So I probably saved myself from something real significant. And that's why I'm not messed up in the head like some people that in the 70s was watching it when I wasn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, and what's interesting too, just to keep on with the story, I originally then said to myself, if I don't have nothing better to do, I must not have nothing to do at 14. But what's interesting, that's why living a length of time is significant. In my 30s, I come to realize the real reason I stopped watching TV. And that was because I wanted to be on it. And I knew they would never let me on it. So I said, screw them. But obviously, that was in my subconscious. You feel me? Because that's not what came consciously. But why in my 30s, it came forward. That just show you how you got to live a minute to experience certain things.
That's true.
Yeah. So that was an interesting experience for me, too, because I didn't even ask myself the question about that. It just popped in one day. One more example, just like when I was young, because when I was young, I always had questions. I heard a teacher one day say in elementary school that you can't know everything. But my thought was, well, why not? They tell you a lot of things, but they don't tell you a lot of the reasons, right? But then when I went to a trade school in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Thaddeus Stevens, 2-year school in plumbing, when I got there, I didn't ask myself the question, but it just came back to me. And I said, oh, I know why you can't. One reason you can't know everything, for one thing, you don't live long enough. Because see, being in the trade school, seeing different trades, I'm learning plumbing. Just that one trade has so much in it. So my mind is saying, wait a minute, for all the different professions in the world, you'd have to live 1,000 years to even learn half of this if your brain could hold that by capacity. That we don't know, right? So, yeah, so life is interesting, man, and I really appreciate you. And I know there's a lot of people are glad to see you back coming to Philly. I know I am. And I'm looking for, what's your number?
72. That's what it was when I left. So, hopefully when I get back, it's still the same.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, this is a great story because I didn't know that you went back to Philly, and I'm loving that part. Yeah, I don't know much about Detroit as far as the city itself. I've never been there. Okay, you've been.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad for what I was there for. It was a little over 2 weeks. It wasn't bad, but I really didn't get to go out as much. It was, but I thought it was going to be a lot colder, and a lot of snow on the ground, but it wasn't there yet. So I got lucky. So,
just from the geographical part of a city, how would you compare Dallas to Philadelphia?
Oh,
for those that never been to Philly, but they from Dallas. Let me tell you what I contend. I contend that people, if they went and visit Philly and come back, they know they in a great place in Dallas.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
That's true. That is true. Because I'm trying to find a spot in Philadelphia, but it's real hard to find a spot right now because I don't know what. I got to be careful where I live.
That's a tough town too.
Yeah, because a lot of people live in New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like people don't even live in the city. I know a few people who live in the city, but most everybody's in New Jersey. So,
and that's just a hop, skip, and a jump, right up the street. So
it's only like 20 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. That's no problem. So yeah, but yeah, that's a great thing, man. So I'm gonna see if I can get up there one of them days when you're in the game and visit. Hopefully, y'all have some early or late spring games, whatever. Because I don't like going to Philly past October.
Yeah,
anything past October, anything can happen.
Yes,
that's why I'd rather not go past September, and we'll see how it goes. But
yeah, I just never experienced anything like that before, the weather-wise, because I've dealt with a little bit of cold for a few days, but now it's ongoing.
That's the thing, man. I remember one winter, I thought winter wasn't gonna leave that year. It was cold so long. Because like you say here, we had a fluke where 2 years ago had 2 weeks of freezing in February, but then you can have 3 months solid if you ain't forcing it. And I dreaded that winter. And people here will say, well, you're gonna be used to it. I'm like, no, I never got used to it. You just have to deal with it. I didn't like it, and I didn't get used to it either. But that's one part of loving Dallas. I love these winters because I love 4 seasons, but we have 4 seasons, but we have mild winters. That's the part I love. And I know to get these mild winters, we have these severe hot summers, but I'll take it. I'll take it for that trade-off.
Definitely.
Because that's one season they can predict in Dallas, and that's the summer. They know it's gonna be hot
Mm-hmm.
every summer.
Yeah.
So, well, what are maybe a particular goal or a hope or something in the football thing? What would you like to? I mean, ultimately achieve? I know winning the Super Bowl would be probably in everybody's thoughts somewhere, but are there any type of personal things for personal reasons, perhaps, that
You
keeps
know,
your fire burning?
well, right now I'm just focusing, on making the team. That's the main goal.
Mm,
Becoming active, becoming that guy that they can depend on to play whenever the number's called. That's
right.
my main goal.
Oh yeah. That's
Hmm.
right. And that's a good goal too. So let me ask you this, and I've never been an athlete on a professional level. I played what I would do a lot is make teams. But I'd be on the bench. I was in basketball, I didn't play football. I'll make the team, but I wouldn't be good enough to be the man like you gonna be, right? But I'll make the team, but I'll be on the bench.
That's
So
good. Make yeah.
so from what you've seen in like the weight preparation part, what's the vast difference from the weight room in college and then the NFL that you've noticed?
In the weight room,
Yeah, or
um,
preparation room, whatever they call it, for your
um, they,
physical development, I guess.
they in the weight room for NFL, they kind of, um, mm, they kind of just, make sure your body's right. Um, they take care of your body. I feel like a lot more in the
Mm,
NFL.
okay.
Um, and like some of the stuff that you do in college, as far as like lifting, like bench, like it'll change, but it'll change for the better though. It won't change
Right,
to
right.
go backwards. But yeah, the weight room changes a lot in how they train you.
Yeah. I would suspect that when you get to the NFL, those people probably have more experience than the people in college, perhaps. Would you think that way?
Some do, but some also, come from college, being a strength coach in college to making to the NFL. So some of their ways might change a little bit, but
Hmm.
some don't. I know some organizations where they are having a little bit of issue with that, but it gets resolved.
Hmm.
But I know where we're at. We're great. So,
Right, that's what's up.
mm,
Well, only thing I can think about the college career, I hate you missed out on that. Is it NIL or that thing where they can make money these days? Oh man, a lot
yeah.
of people miss that one, right?
Yeah, we did. It was my first year in 20s whenever they like released it. So like my teammate De'Eric had like NIL deals because we played quarterback. But like
Okay.
me, there was like a general NIL deal for Miami. They gave it to all scholarship guys. That's the thing too. They gave it to all scholarship guys. It's called like Americans Top Team. Um
That's
but
what's
it was
up.
for all scholarship guys for the whole year? No, no, no. It was for both semesters. As long
Right.
as you're on the team, they gave it to
Uh,
you. And
that's what's
but
up.
now, but now I look on there, like look at my teammates. They're like having like cars and all in car, like exotic cars, and
It's
they
a new
like,
day.
oh yeah, and like some of them are making like at least a million. It's
Oh,
crazy.
that's what's happening. I love
It's
that. I
Yeah, but it's a
mean,
blessing for sure for them.
and
I'm
it's
glad.
rightfully so too, because they're the reason the money is available to the
Exactly.
colleges. So it's
Exactly.
rightfully so. As a matter of fact, what do you think about Coach Prime? What do you think gonna happen with him?
I hope he succeeds. Coming from all the way from Trinity, who was just down the street from us,
Yeah, yeah.
coaching and watching him go to Jackson, and yeah, I hope he has great success at Colorado.
Right, but see, I say, what you think he gonna do? I know you hope he does.
Yeah,
All of us hope he does.
we'll
I
see. We'll
believe.
see.
Well, vast majority of us blacks do. Well, it's always gonna be some rivalries, but yeah, I think we all want to see Prime succeed. I like to see him get that national championship the first year. That'd be great,
Uh,
man.
I wish he would, but it's Colorado's got a tough schedule this year,
They
and
do, and that's what's making it more exciting for me. Those first two are two good ones.
exactly. But
Yeah, I'm
it's
looking forward to it.
exactly. But it's like new coaches and a new program with a new system. You just gotta really make sure your players are bought in because
Yeah,
a lot of teams I've seen, first year teams do very well. Like at Houston, we had Tom Herman. In our first year, we went all the way to the Peach Bowl and New Year's Six
see,
bowl game.
that was great, right?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And it's just like, and I've also seen, first year head coaches come in and we don't even make a ball game in
Right,
2019.
right.
Like we only won about 4 or 5 games that year, and I've seen it go both ways. So it's
Yeah,
just
but have you ever seen it go either way with the recruiting ability of this brother here? When
that
they
is
recruiting
true.
like this,
That is true. He is recruiting well. So yeah, exactly.
it's a new ball game look like.
Yeah, for sure. I'm ready to see what's going to happen this year.
Oh yeah, it's exciting, man. I'm looking forward to it. And I just started watching college football. I'm gonna say about 5 years ago, and it's getting more and more interesting. Lamar Jackson was still in Louisville when I started watching,
Yeah.
and it's interesting and it's different. But I'm liking it a lot, especially now that I'm finding out more about it and the way they're allowing them to excel in the dollar department, and that's only fair. So it's progress happening, and yeah, you're gonna be one of them stars. And I'm gonna say, man, can I get your autograph? And I don't even do autograph, but I want to get to know you a lot better. As a matter of fact, here in Dallas, Texas, I'm involved with the youth mentoring organization, Black Men Who Care Incorporated.
Okay.
So that would be great if the children could get close enough to you one day, that type of thing. Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, that'd be great. And so I'll definitely get my information to you. And, anytime that you have a situation where it's some conversation for youth, this, that, and the other, because that's what I'd love to do. And I was fortunate enough to be able to retire April 30th, 2021. So I think your mom's still working.
Yes.
I'm not sure how long she's been there, but I'm sure I was there the whole time she was there. I worked there 32 years. And so I'm not sure how long your mom been there. But I've been knowing her for a while.
I think mom is at 32 too.
Oh, okay. Right behind you then. Yeah, my 32 was in 2021. So yeah. So she might come out in a minute, maybe. I don't know.
She said, hopefully next year. That's what she wants to do.
Well, that'd be great. That ain't far. Next year, it looked like to me, next year is like 24 seconds is the new hour. Time has really changed some kind of way. Or it's probably our mental has changed more than anything. But it's impacting us in a way that it seems like time has changed. I suspect it hasn't, but it feels like it.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it because, they told us, our freshman year, the car's going to fly by. And I'm like, yeah, right.
And it did, right?
Yeah, it did. I can't believe it.
So, man, I love your story, and I'm looking forward to more of your story. And if you ever have a reason or desire to come back to share anything, you're definitely welcome. Just let me know, and we'll do it.
Yes, sir. Right, I appreciate you bringing me on here, too.
Oh, no doubt, man. I know the people want to know your story just like I did. I mean, I knew bits and pieces, but to find out more from you, that's even better. And that's what we got to do. We got to get our various generations together, share knowledge, information, and wisdom, and show that love, because Black people united is the solution to our Black problems in America.
That's true.
Absolutely, bro. Thanks again, Jared.
Yes, sir.
You be strong, my man.
Yes, sir.
Peace and love.